Okay, today I want to give you guys an overview of the Grillo 107D two-wheel tractor. Alright, these tractors are made in Italy. They're PTO driven implements, which you see down there. This model is powered with a Honda 11 horsepower engine, gasoline. They also make diesel versions. Those are not Honda though. This is the North American version. The European version has a green plastic hood. On the American versions they come with a skid plate and a bumper, which is, in my opinion, more functional. These tires are one size larger than stock, and I also have these filled with foam from the dealer, which adds weight, about 80 pounds, which is good for tractors, and no tire maintenance. The only downside is when I need new tires, I have to replace the wheel also. The quick release PTO is an extra, otherwise the implement directly bolts to the tractor itself. The quick disconnect adds a little bit of cost, but it makes it much easier to switch between implements. Some of the controls. The D on the name stands for locking differential. Here's a locking differential lever. This is my forward, sorry, not my forward gear. This is my speed selection, gear selection. This lever is my forward and reverse, and this is my disengage, engage PTO lever. This is the dead man switch, like most yard equipment these days. This lever over here on the left handlebar to the side is the lever that allows me to adjust my handlebars. I can go 180 and also to each side. The bottom lever on the Grillo has a thumb trigger or a finger trigger release. This is my clutch lever, and I have two brakes, and these are controlled on this side along with the throttle thumb lever. When I mentioned about the handlebars going 180, when you're using soil working implements like this tiller here, which is also made by Grillo, rotary plows, anything else that is dirt working, you use the PTO in the rear configuration. When you're going to use anything for mowing, like sickle bars, flail mowers, brush hogs, stuff like that, log splitters, snow blowers, you disconnect these bars with these little pins here, and you rotate the bars 180. Now you're in a front PTO position. That's how that works. Overall, very happy with this tractor. It might seem weird to call it a tractor in North America. Most of the world does get fed off two-wheel tractors, not the large four wheels that you're used to in the United States. Also, one other lever I forgot to show you is the center one here. This controls my handlebar up or down, so that I can adjust my handlebars depending on what I'm doing. And just to show you the potential uses of this tractor is with this tractor alone, I've taken this field from a overgrown field to, I think it's about 19 raised beds. They're about 80 feet long each. So it's roughly an 80 by 90 square that the Grillo alone made into a usable garden. Another feature of the tiller is it's adjustable for width. So these holes here are for, you remove these bolts, which again are all metric, and you can make this deck narrower. Another nice feature. Of course, to make it narrow you have to remove the tines, and to take a look underneath on the tiller, these are forward spinning tines. They are not counter rotating like the more inexpensive lower power tillers out there. Advantage of the forward tilling is you can do green manuring. You can chop in grass and buckwheat, other kind of plants into your dirt versus coming up from underneath the root side on a counter tiller. This is enough weight and power to where it doesn't need the counter tilling to stabilize its speed. The tractor won't run away from you, and if you hit big rocks, it also does a good job of not being too violent when you hit those. If you were to make the deck smaller, you'd have to take out some of these sections of tines. This is your depth gauge, which the handle is up top. So that's a closer look at the Grillo brand PTO driven tiller.